Okay. Peace, love, and light.
Peace, love, and light.
Indeed, we are live. All right. So we want to welcome everybody. This is the early beginning. This is the warm up to our 11/11 new moon solar eclipse quantum meditation. This is the third installment of good energy that we have been collectively gathering and putting into the universe, calling forth a cosmic covering of protection over our children in the age of C19. Um, this is a special new moon because it's a new moon that's conjoined with the solar eclipse. It's the last of the month, and we're leading into a very powerful new year, right? 2022, and we have to be very intentional this next year. If we learn nothing else this year, it was a very thorough lesson about timing. You know, being ready, so you don't have to get ready, and those that are already stand to benefit, tremendously for being able to make the necessary plays. So we want to be intentional next year, especially for those that have plans to change the new earth. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to happen random. You really have to be ready and prepared to, catch that ferry, that boat when it comes around. And shout out to Ross Ben. There's
Yes.
master teachers amongst us who have been laying out um, the trajectory towards 2022, the roadmap, if you will. And they've been explaining for those of us that intend on being intentional when you really need to be planning, when you need to be executing, when you need to be resting, when you need to
Right.
be, retreating for recalibration. All of this stuff is very strategic and technical for those that really want to get magnanimous things done, and the energy will be available in 2022 to do those things. But we have to be on top of, our own projects. You know what I mean? And for those of us that kind of know what you want to do in 2022, you want to be intentional. You want to. Today is a day to set your intentions on a new moon. You utilize days like this to program the universe, preferably by writing out your intentions. Um, but again, that's separate, and you can amplify what we do as a collective here by writing it into your intentions as well. You know, um, but specifically, what we're going to focus on as a collective, as one mind, as a quantum mind tonight. Again, we're going to amplify the intentions of pr- protecting our children, giving them cosmic covering, you know, so nothing can impede them in their growth and development, in their upward trajectory into full, healthy human beings, right? I feel as if humanity is being challenged as we move into the age of humanity, which is Aquarius. You know, the concept, the notion, the definition of what it means to be a human is being challenged. It's already being tinkered with in many different ways, in many different facets. And the children hold the keys to the future in terms of the continuance and the continuity of the species. So that's who we need to protect. You know what I mean? We need to protect these children. And as focused as and intentional as these children appear to be coming in, especially these what they call post-pandemic babies, yeah, they are a different type. And when I see their eyes, when I look in their face, the only thing that I can feel compelled to do is to foster some level of defense for them, just so they can blossom into the fullness of themselves, because they appear to be very magical beings, and they
Very.
are they are worthy of reverence and respect, and our protection, and our intentionality to know that we had a plan for them. You know what I'm saying? And what does my plan for them look like? yo, just giving them the runway, like allowing them to have access to the resources, allowing them to have access to the freedom to just grow, and flourish on their own terms, in terms of saying, you look like you already came here with an assignment. The only thing that we should be doing is protecting and providing and getting out of the way eventually for
Yeah.
them to get into their role, because they look like they came to shake some things up.
To upset the cart.
That's what they look very intentional, you know. So we have a part to play. If all is mine, then mine is all we ever needed. You know what I'm saying? Because in honesty, what we're out here as a people reacting to is somebody else's ideas and their thoughts. Whatever agenda has been hatched and manifested, it started first as a thought. So it came from somebody's mind, you know, regardless of whether we want to identify it as insidious or not. It's someone's will that they're pushing it through to make it manifest. And the only way you have to push back by having yours more firmer, right? Your claim for the time that you spend on this planet has to be so firm that you're not being utilized to fulfill somebody else's agenda.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But again, as a community, there's not too many things, unfortunately, I guess, that we have agreed upon. I know that as a community, though, we can agree upon protecting our children. I know that we can agree upon saying, let me contribute some of this, mental life force energy towards connecting with other like minds so we can put some sort of protection over these babies. And Sagittarius, new moon, the energy of Sagittarius is one of the sage, it's one of the teacher, um, is one of, it's a fire energy as well. You know what I'm saying? It's one of new beginnings, especially going into this new moon, going into this new year. So these are perfect times. These are perfect days to be so focused and so intentional, to say, I know exactly what I want. I know what it looks like, but more importantly, I know what it feels like. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I want it to feel like children's laughter. You know, you feel safe when you see children laughing, and children are not gonna laugh unless they feel safe. So it's like, what do we do to intentionally foster that kind of environment at a time when there is opportunity for us to do as we please? Everybody else is doing as thou wilt. So why can't we take it upon ourselves to say, I want to build out a new earth, and I want it to be a utopia. I want it to be peaceful. I want it to be a safe space for women and children. Why can't you can do that? Give yourself permission to give yourself permission. Feel me?
Exactly. Yeah, because like Bob Marley said, them not stop. So we not stopping either.
No. So I'm joined. I have some very dynamic forces with me. It's the new moon, so I'm surrounded by some amazing, beautiful, feminine energy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The mothers, the matriarchs. I'm just here in service to officiate. To hit a fork every now and then. Get some breathing together. But I definitely, want you to speak. Speak that language for the mothers, for the children. Um, it's about 3 minutes to 11:11, so we should kind of start getting ready, and we're just gonna let it flow. And I said, before I leave, or before we disengage, when we come out of the meditation, I kind of share instructions on how to write your intentions. Um, Preferably about 10 of them. Look, I brought my intention book out tonight. This is my big one. This is my
Oh,
you know
we, we
see
think
where the
alike. I have one
yeah,
too.
you gotta be serious about yours. So
Yeah.
This is how we should be.
Serious.
It's a serious thing when you realize the opportunity that you have in your hands to create. Especially during a time like this, you really have to seize that opportunity. You know. So, family, let us get comfortable. If you are listening to this, if you're on the other side of the voice and you're at home, make sure that you're someplace comfortable. Preferably, if you're seated, you want to have your back as straight as possible. You want to have your shoulders somewhat, for the most part, relaxed. You know, because it's really gonna go into breathing. We're gonna be breathing from our stomach, from our abdominals, like babies do. Babies breathe from the stomach, right? We don't do the shallow breathing. Yeah, or if you're at home, if the comfortability factor for you more so is laying down, you might even want to do that, right? You might want to turn the lights off if that's what you want to get into mentally. If you have a issue kind of like getting into your mental space and lights bother you, you might want to turn them off. If you're comfortable doing it with the lights on and you can really retreat into your own mental space, do that as well. When we get into our breathing techniques, family, let's go hyper tonight. So, locking the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth and visualizing the energy circumambulating. So, the energy is coming from the base root of the chakra, up the spine, through all of your chakras to the top of your crown, and it's coming around, right? You're zipping it, zip, zip, zip. And all of that is done through the faculty of breathing, right? Assisting the visualization through the meditation. So let's get started. We're going to take 4 breaths. On an inhale, we're going to hold for 4 breaths. We're going to exhale for 4 breaths. The first go around, we're going to wait 4 more seconds. And we're going to repeat that process. But every time we exhale, we're going to increase our exhale rate from 4 to 8, from 8 to 16, and from 16 to 32. So let's get started on this first one. On the count of 4, hold, exhale. Wait for 4. Inhale, hold, exhale. Wait for 4. Inhale, hold for 4. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Protect the children. Protect the children. Protect the children. I want us to visualize a white light around the children. Child that you love the most, even your inner child, if necessary. Visualize that child in a white bubble, a protective bubble that cannot be penetrated. Vision yourself holding that bubble like it's a crystal ball and charging that bubble up with your energy. All of that chi that you just built up in your meditation. Charge up that crystal ball. Inside of that crystal ball is that child is protected. That ball is impenetrable. Nothing else can penetrate that ball. It's a cosmic bubble of protection that you're putting around the children that are nearest and dearest to you. Envision the child that you love the most, that makes your heart smile. Protect that child, even if that child is your inner child. Ashe.
Ashe.
Do the mothers have anything to say?
I am joyful and I'm grateful to play along with another divine feminine energy, which is absolutely beautiful. Oh my God.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you so much, sister. I mean, we would just vibing off of one another. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? It's like there was no words that needed to be said.
No.
It was a gentle vibration for the gentleness of the children.
Ashe.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
beautiful. Thank you so much. And that flute, oh my God, I could just listen to
Oh, good
I
things.
could listen to that and the bold, the back and forth, the acknowledgement of the divine feminines working together.
Ashe. Ashe. One heart, one mind, one tribe.
Yes, yes, yes.
And
I,
may that vibration of togetherness and love have our children coveted with that connection,
yes,
that vibration, because it takes a village. It takes a
exactly,
village. And like Blue
exactly.
was saying before, these beautiful children have these beautiful divine souls have come for a specific mission.
A
And may we
mission,
just be there to hold them and nurture
whole
them just like the
space.
beautiful seeds they are, so that can blossom on this beautiful new moon. Their seeds, their intentions of their soul purposes to bring forward this new world with so much love.
I'm
All they
telling
need is
you.
just that fertile soil. And may we be that for them. And like you said, work together. That's all we
Yes,
need. We just need to come together and open the way.
and we are, and the vibration of the bowls, the flute carries that intention, the tuning forks carry the intention of our word, sound, and power to where it must go.
Yes.
That's why sound is so very, very important, especially when you put intention behind it, and then the sound waves just carry that to, even though you can't hear it, it's still going on.
Yes. And every cell is vibrating.
Yes,
Always
yes,
moving.
yes. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Queen Mother. Thank you so
Thank,
much.
thank
I
you.
can't wait till we're able to do it again.
Yes. Good
You
things.
know. Thank you, Brother Blue.
Yes.
Thank you. Ah,
Thank you. Dean.
Thank you.
thank both of you.
Yes.
Thank you, Father Rich. Thank you to everyone else who has joined us on this powerful, powerful moon, this new moon solar eclipse
Yes.
in Sagittarius. What I did want to share for the family, if you want to carry this energy into another endeavor, again, new moons are wonderful times to set your intentions. And the way that we do that is we write them down. Um, you know, it's you scribing out your intentions for your future. You're making your proclamation to the universe, and you're calling upon all of the elements to support it, right? Because you're being declarative, you're being intentional, and this is the time to do it. And I'll give you an example of what the writing should look like. Um, I'll give you two examples. All right. So you want to be as expressive and direct as possible. So you want to activate your I. In my case, I use my name, Paul Eric Marlin. Easily invoke the continued protection over our children in the age of COVID, right?
Hmm.
So your name, which it is that you're doing, you're invoking easily, quickly, swiftly, firmly. You want to use those particular adjectives. You want to write the subject. You want to be as clear as possible as you can. You don't want to leave nothing up to chance with the universe. You want to be as clear as you can. So, you know, use as many details as you have to. But more importantly, speak from your heart. Make sure that you have mind and heart coherence, and
Mhm.
anything can happen for you, on days like today. It's a powerful day. Harness the energy, seize the day, make the best of it, and don't be selfish. Spread the love. Okay?
Ashe.
I say. But
So
again,
much food.
yes, we want to say thank you. You know, I totally lost a sense of time. I don't, we don't have no
It
concept of
happened.
time. Yeah. So I don't know how long we've been here, but it's been meaningful. And yeah, I want the family to allow themselves to be in that space, especially if they're still, in a meditative space. So we won't keep you long. We want to say thank you again for another opportunity to connect with you on a quantum level.
Yes.
And again, they say that all is mind. So mind is all that we need. You know what I'm saying? And we all
That's
have a
right.
mind. So why not use it collectively? It's what connects and binds us all. And we don't even have to physically be nowhere, because quantum physics has shown that distance is it's illusionary in the quantum realm. Whatever happens here happens simultaneously halfway across the universe at the same time. So distance really doesn't exist. It's all about intention, you know. So I just want us to really, get into the feeling of what it feels like when that child makes you laugh, when you see a baby and it gives you the promise of what tomorrow represents. That's what that baby represents.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a space, a place, and time where we just can't leave it to chance. We have to be willing to take a stand, in their defense,
That's
and they will fulfill their pack and bring about tomorrow. But it's all based on what we do today. I should
right. Ashe.
love you.
Love you all.
Love you.
Love you.
Mwah.
Love you. Hey y'all. Thank you, Father Rich,
Thank
Black
you,
Magic
Father Rich.
363 audience. We love you all. Right?
Thank you.
Continue the good work, y'all. Peace, love, and light.